Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to a brand new video in a brand new adventure. I have, as a matter of fact, just logged into this world, and it is, once again, a modded SMP. This has less mods than the other SMP I am currently in, and it feels more vanilla-esque, but it definitely is modded, and I believe it's got some fun activities for us to do. I might discover more about it as I speak to people, but I just spawned into this world, and the only other information I know is that I am part of a team. I am part of Team Sapphire, and I know there is another team called Team Ruby out there, but I don't know anything about it, other than the fact that I have woken up in this world today for the very first time, and I'm excited to do a little bit of exploring, see if we run into any people as they might log on, but also, very importantly, just got ourselves set up. You know, I want to get some basic armor and tools, but also I just kind of want to explore around a little bit, see what we can find. This is a very cool little library of sorts, but it looks like it started raining out there, so I think it's time that we just go out into the scary new world and see exactly what we can find around us. I would like to get just a little bit of armor, and from there on, we'll see what's going on. But hi, welcome. If this is your first time seeing me, you're just in time. We're about to start a brand new adventure, but most importantly, we're here to have some fun. But for now, I don't think we can do too much at spawn. I think it's best for all of us if we just head out there and see what the world has in store for us. That, I think, will be the best bet we can have right now. So let's do what we always do in any Minecraft world. You've seen me do it once, you'll see me do it 100 times more, hopefully. And it is break a little tree. See what we can get. I'm trying to get a little bit away from spawn. I don't want to necessarily ruin spawn. I'm seeing some ghasts. Don't know if you guys can see all that. I'm seeing some ghasts, and that is... I hope they're happy ghasts, then it's slightly less worrying. I guess ghasts are the least of our problems right now. We need to get ourselves some basic tools and armor, and hopefully get a little bit of food, and from there, we'll see exactly what we get up to. So, let's break our tree. Let's see, there's not really many animals out here. There is a sheep. Sheep are important because then I can make a bed. And, you know, while it's never necessarily a requirement, you know, don't die, I definitely would like to not die if I can avoid it for as long as possible. I think, you know, it'll help keep everything nice and organized if I just don't die. So that is what I'm going to focus on today. We're going to try and just get ourselves outfitted for an adventure. What adventure will that be? I guess we'll have to wait and see, but first things first. We're gonna need food and a bed. So let's see what we can do about all of that. More wood is always needed. It does look like nighttime might be falling, which is slightly worrying because we are not outfitted for nighttime yet. Actually, a bed probably wasn't super important in the grand scheme of things because I'm not the only one on here. So I probably can't sleep either way. But I do think it's good that we're getting a little bit of food. And in theory, I can sleep if I have to. I'm trying not to kill just all of the animals near spawn. But we need a little bit of food. Just a little bit. And it sure does get dark quickly when it's raining and cold out here. But that's okay. We're so very brave. The nighttime, it doesn't scare us. We're better than that. There's a zombie. The nighttime scares me. The nighttime is scary. I think... Oh my goodness. We're gonna have to do what I always do on my first night, usually, and it is dig into a cave. We will not be safe out here for very long. We need food, and we need to get out of here. And we need to not die. The only thing I want to deal with right now is digging and finding a way to survive the night and get myself a couple of materials while I'm doing so. That is what is important. Nothing more and nothing less. I find that, you know, with a lot of Minecraft worlds, depending on what your goals are, you know, the start of it is always, you know, eventually the game itself is, it is daytime now, but I think I'm gonna go into a cave anyway. Oh my, it is so very dark. Let's actually stick to the surface. Okay, what I was saying is I find with a lot of different Minecraft, oh my, do not die right now. With a lot of Minecraft worlds, the like end goal can look so very different, right? You have very modded worlds, you have very vanilla worlds, and eventually the two worlds that you play in will never really be the same. But I find with any form of Minecraft, really, the beginning is always kind of the same. You're always going to be chopping down some trees. You're always going to be gathering some wood, some food, some beds. And that is the most important part of any world. People have been here, which is good news for me. And so right now, I may be starving, but I won't be forever. There's a cave up there. Nope, that's a sheep. That's not a cave opening, it is just a sheep. Oh my, it is storming. You know what? Maybe walking in Minecraft isn't so bad. I'm so used to sprinting everywhere. Maybe this isn't the end of the world. This is not a good cave, it's a water cave. I don't like water caves. This doesn't really lead anywhere, does it? Not particularly, no. Okay. One day I will find a cave, don't worry. It will show up. But we might just have to walk a little bit to get there. We're too near water right now for my liking. Let's see if I can find a cave, and then we can get back onto the standard goal of Minecraft, which is gather loot. This doesn't go anywhere, does it? No. Okay. A cave will be out there for me. We just have to be patient. We're dying, but I think I found a cave. So really, am I dying? Or am I just starting to live? You know, if I die out here, what have I really lost, you know? 10 minutes of progress? Is that so bad? Hopefully none of these mobs just follow me, but they're all following me, aren't they? Okay, this... Oh, there's so many mobs. Oh my goodness. Okay. You know, sometimes the start of a Minecraft world goes really smoothly, and at other times it does not. What I'm going to do is I'm going to sleep, because it might be daytime, but if I sleep, the rain will stop, which means all of these mobs will die. And that's wonderful. Oh, this thunderstorm has ended? Okay. Actually, let me set this bed here anyway. I didn't pick up enough wood to make stone to make a furnace. That's fine, that's fine. We're about to go into this cave with like 0 hunger. Oh, that's fine. I have never been better. Let's see if I can get set up for a plentiful Minecraft world. Because everything eventually will work out. I am sure of it. Okay, into the cave we go. We're so brave. But that skeleton really does scare me. Because what am I gonna do? Just die instantly? The second it sees me? I need some food. That is what I need right now. Nothing more, nothing less. Let's get ourselves a little bit of food and tools, and then we can continue on. Alright, food is cooked. We have a little bit of charcoal. I could have just gone over here and picked up a regular one, but I guess I didn't think that far ahead. This cave is actually not good, so we just wasted a little bit of time, but I guess at the very least we can pick up some coal. And I might just dig into this anyway, away from the water, and see if I can find a little bit of a cave. I think that would be quite nice. And other than that, I think we are pretty much ready for an adventure. We have a little bit of food on us. Now we have a torch to light the way. And that is all we really need. That is simply all we need. So let's dig in, get ourselves just all the coal we find, and then go down and hope we find ourselves just a little bit of iron. I wouldn't say no to diamonds either, of course, but I think iron should be our main goal right now. I've gone too far. It's like more like here. There we go. We just grab everything we can because all materials are good materials. Especially this early game. And I love collecting coal, so I'm happy about this. The sun appears to be setting once more, but once I'm in a cave, that really won't matter to me at all, so we'll be good. We'll be great even. Okay. Now it's time for us to go down below. I could grab some copper, because I believe this is 1.21. Actually, I don't know. No, this wouldn't have the copper update in it yet, then I don't think. But I wouldn't have gone to the copper update anyway because I don't enjoy copper, so I wouldn't have made copper tools. But nevertheless, let's go ahead and dive and dig down until we find ourselves a lovely little cave. I will see you, hopefully, when I get some good news and we find a cave. We have found a cave, and it feels very dangerous. Let's see how safely, but I do see some iron, so let's see if we can try and sort of safely make our way down here. That is a baby. I personally don't really want to be dealing with a baby. What can I do? Okay, we can deal with the spider, I guess. Actually, no, the spider can't get here because I just built this platform. Okay. Okay. Best course of action is going to be to go this way. I do believe. You know what? It took me a while to find this cave, but it's a pretty decent cave. Do not hit me right now. Okay. Okay, we're so good. Never been better. Okay, okay. Where is that child? That's a creeper. We're so calm. We've never been better. Okay, and we finally have made it. Okay. These bats are freaking me out because I keep thinking they're like zombies, but they're not. It's so very safe down here, and we have never been better. And I'm going to just start lighting this area up a little bit, because I think that is the best course of action. And so that is what we shall do. It's my favorite way of exploring a cave, making it safe, and then we don't have to worry. We've already seen a little bit of iron, a little bit more coal, a handful of creepers, no diamonds, unfortunately. A little bit of gold, though. We cannot complain about that. Some endermen. Okay, I think everything should be significantly enough lit up right now that nothing new should be spawning. Some iron over there in the wall. Okay, we're so good. We've never been better. Okay, okay. We're so calm. Zombies I'm like really not worried about right now. I say as the zombie hits me. Okay. There's a lot of skeletons down here. Let's keep that in mind. I'm not going to be dealing with you. Actually, I don't think I have much of a choice, do I? I was gonna say I'm not gonna deal with any skeletons until I have a shield, but they didn't give me much of a choice. Okay, let's see if we can defeat all the mobs. There's one more down here. Don't worry, I've seen you. Okay, we can explore down here in a little bit if we want to. But let's finish exploring this little cave first. And now it's time to mine everything. And this should be the last block in this area. See, I knew that was gonna happen. I was prepared. We've got just a little bit of iron. You know, a good, like, almost 30 pieces. We have made an iron pickaxe. And a little bit extra coal, but not too much, of course. And now I think it's time for us to continue downwards. We saw this little cave opening over here. That is where we're gonna have to go next. But at least now we are a little bit safer from the dangers that this world has. And we should be able to protect ourselves just a little bit better. So let's wait for this to smelt and be on our way. So I followed the cave down and then it kind of ended, and we were kind of at deep slate level, so I was hoping if I dug down I'd find another cave. And looking at the subtitles, you notice there's no sounds around us. There is no cave, but what there is my very first diamond. Oh my goodness. We just dug straight to this diamond, and it's awesome. And you know what? I'm sure everybody else has got diamonds already, but the first diamonds are always exciting. This is a very strange vein of diamonds, but I'll take it. We're just going to dig around a little bit, see if we can find any other diamonds hiding, but instead we find some gold. We'll take that too. Gold is always good in case we ever want to craft golden apples. We want to get as much gold as we can get, as well as just golden carrots for food. So I definitely won't say no to any of this, and it's a pretty nice vein of it as well. But diamonds is very exciting. Our first diamonds, immediately a vein of 6. Definitely worth the dig. Let's see what else we can find. Hopefully, I'm still hoping for a cave, because we are at good levels to get diamonds right now. So let's see if we can find a cave around this area. And I have finally, it appears, found a new cave, and we are currently almost at levels that would be good for finding diamonds. So this little drop down will probably be good for us, and then hopefully we find a nice cave system that we can just explore and find all the diamonds at. I would love to get enough for a full set of armor, plus some more of course, but we'll just see what we can do, see what we can find, and hope we have a good time doing it. So let's see what this cave holds in store for us. I'm excited to see exactly what we can find. But first, we're gonna need a new pickaxe. Alright, we're gonna leave this stuff smelting here for now and go on an adventure to see what this world holds for us. We should be able to find our way back here because I will leave a trail of torches, which is less effective in a lava pool than just, you know, where I usually do it, but at the same time, it will have to do. I was hoping you get pushed into the lava, I will not lie. Okay. There's some gold over here, but I hear a lot of mobs. Oh no. We are near the deep dark. Excellent for XP, less excellent for my ability to live. Okay. We're gonna have to maybe reevaluate some of our choices and see what we can do about maybe finding a little safer place to go. We might want to go down there. I fear that's probably the best bet for us, because I do not want to go down here. That's for sure. This area looks safe enough. Okay. Lots of zombies over here. It's a spawner. Wow. Okay, let's see what I can do about disabling this spawner. Okay, there we go. Hopefully that should stop some mobs from spawning. I can't tell if it's a zombie or a skeleton spawner. They're both here. Loud in my ear. Oh, and there's a creeper. Okay, what can I do? It's still at head level. I'm trying to get to their feet level. So I can be a little bit sneaky about this. Hopefully nothing more should be spawning here right now. But we'll see once we defeat a couple of them. Okay, I just saw the creeper leave. Which, good to know that they can do that. Let's not have this creeper blow up. Okay. Now you can do whatever you want. There we go. Okay. Now it should be very, very safe for me to go in. It was a zombie spawner, so that is good to know. Let's see if we got lucky with what we can find in here. Chest number 1. Ooh, 2 whole music discs. We will take it. Music discs are always fun. Just a little bit of iron. A little bit of food. We've got some cabbage and some beetroot seeds. Leather is also always nice. And some rotten flesh. Okay. Other than the discs and the little bit of iron, not the greatest. But this one has got a golden apple, which is awesome. Okay. And we also have some tomato seeds. Okay. Well, this is a very, very lucky find. Let's see what I can do. But we got quite lucky finding a little bit of a mob spawner. So when I said let's see what else we can find, I didn't expect this tunnel to lead right back to where we started. That is where our furnace is cooking our iron. So that creeper that surprised us out here was almost certainly the same one that we pushed down near the lava earlier. You know what? That's okay. It's a scary world out there, and I get that the creeper wanted to go to its friends at the mob spawner. But with the deep dark being all that remains, I think we might have to continue digging in a different direction. Because I'm not dealing with the deep dark with iron armor. Absolutely not. So I guess it's time for us to pack our bags and continue on our search to find a new place. A new cave. Found some more diamonds! What I'm currently doing is I'm currently at a good level for finding diamonds. And every once in a while I will dig a little tunnel out to the side as if I was doing, you know, regular old strip mining to see if I can spot any caves. But so far nothing. I've only been doing this for a handful of minutes though, so that would make sense. But we have found some diamonds. I'm really just looking for another fun, exciting cave to explore though. That is what I really want. It took me actually forever to find anything, but eventually I picked up on the sounds of lava. And here we are. Our inventory right now is just a mess, but hopefully this cave will have some exciting new finds for us. And it won't just end right here in front of my face, because that would be incredibly annoying. Okay. Well, I'm determined to find a cave system, and a cave system I will find. I think this might actually be good news. We can hear some bats, which is always good news, and I have heard some signs of water, so maybe, if we're lucky, we can even find ourselves a lush cave, which is one of my favorite caves to try and find some diamonds in. But along the way, we have definitely found our number of diamonds. Okay, just another one of these. If we look over here, we currently have 18 diamonds, which is definitely not nothing. So I'm very excited to see just what we can find along the way. Ooh, some more diamonds over there. Let's grab this gold. And finally, we get to explore the caves. I have been mining forever and ever and ever. Let's see how many diamonds we can find. But I think we'll do good. I think we'll be awesome. That's a skeleton. Oh, I'm hungry. Okay, that's less than ideal. So we eat. Let's go pick up those diamonds real quick. Is this where they were, or are we in a different part of the cave now? We are still near where we started. Okay, perfect. Just a handful more of diamonds. None of these caves ever go anywhere. Oh my goodness, it is just dead end after dead end. And then I just have to go back to digging, hoping I find a new cave somewhere along the way. This is crazy. Where are the massive caves I was promised in the Caves and Cliffs update? Where are they? They're not here. I can tell you that much. They're not here. This is looking promising. Okay. Finally, we've got some major caves. Okay, this is exactly what I have been looking for forever. Let's all calm down. This is all I wanted from the very beginning. Just this. Is that too much to ask for? Alright. Let's do this. Let's make this area nice and safe. And find everything there is to find. Alright, it's somewhat relatively safe right now. Let's gather what we've seen before we continue exploring. We are low on food, but this is probably the last cave we're going to explore before we get back up to the surface anyway, so I think that's not too big of a worry right now. Let's see what we can do. There was a wild number of skeletons over here, and now I'm worried, or hoping maybe, potentially even, that there's some sort of spawner over here, but I don't see it. So maybe it was just a dark corner. That's possible. Either way, nothing useful for us over here. Time to keep going. I had almost given up, you know, almost all hope. But hey, there's a spider spawner. We are out of food. Actually, we probably have like one piece of bread left, exactly. Now we have two, and we have a name tag. Very exciting. I have been looking to make a bucket, so this is also quite nice. I will take a little bit of gunpowder. That type of stuff always ends up being more useful than you'd think. And then, honestly, some pretty decent stuff. Okay. Gonna leave one here because we can only really craft 3 wood with them. Or 3, like, bread. But I think this might be where our adventure ends. Because we're out of food and we have to get up to the surface yet. So I think it's time we turn around with our 25 diamonds. Our, you know, our iron count is looking a little bit low, but that's mainly because, well, all of our iron was used to make all of our pickaxes and all of our armor and all of our tools. But I think if we do another mining excursion a little bit less deep underground, we will find more iron and less diamonds. But, you know, one of these days, all we really need is to find one nice, lush cave, and like all of our problems will be solved. So I'm gonna explore just a little longer, but we're gonna have to start heading our way back up to the surface very soon. Is this another spawner, or is it one that I've already been in? I'm about to double back to go home. Oh my goodness. 3 mob spawners is actually insane. Well, I guess we've got, you know, just a couple more materials now. It is another zombie spawner. Another name tag, will not complain. A little bit of more food. And just like that, we should be good. Okay. Well, that is now our 3rd mob spawner. So we are ready to seize the day. I do want to try something, because like I said, this is modded Minecraft. So just... let me see. Actually, these also need to go. Let me just put these in here for now. We can pick up mob spawners. Okay. That is very important information to know. Because with this, if we wanted a mob spawner or like a mob farm, we are now able to pick up the mob spawner and move it where we want. So these guys could be quite important. And you know what? I have been keeping notes throughout this expedition for all of the mob farms I have found. I know all of their coordinates. And if I or my team, should ever need 2 zombie spawners and 1 spider spawner, boy oh boy do I have the coordinates to those. So for now, I think I'm gonna call it here, make my way up. Hopefully I have enough food to get there. And then I think it might be time for us to find someplace we can just dump our stuff and see what we can do to help our team. But for now, it has been a very successful first day of just getting, you know, the basics needed. I think I could probably get full diamond armor from this. And so I think we are good to keep going and become powerful, powerful people on this server. Hopefully you enjoyed my first video on the CraftingCrew SMP. Much more exciting stuff coming up soon. And I guess you'll have to wait till next video to figure out exactly what I will be doing on this server. Today was just a little day of getting set up. But hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, feel free to like, comment, or subscribe. I do always appreciate all of your support. And hopefully I'll see you again very, very soon in this world or the next. Alright, have a good one. Bye-bye!